Thanks for tuning in to the 2025 Full Draw Film Tour presented by OnX Hunt here on YouTube. But before you guys enjoy the films, I want to fill you in on our mega sweepstakes. We're giving away over $44,000 in gear to over 80 different winners. Highlighted by, first off, 2 Hoyt Alpha AX2s. The winner will get a pick color, size, everything completely custom to them. OnX is throwing in 11 elite memberships. One of those is a lifetime membership. We also have 2 lifetime memberships from Huntin' Fool. We have 4 Exo Mountain Gear packs of your choice, 5 pairs of crispy boots. Got over 10 grand in Vortex optics, highlighted by Razor HD 4000 rangefinder, Razor UHD 10x32 binos, a Razor HD spotting scope. We've got 5 pairs of custom orthotics from Sheep Feet, 10 packs of Victory Archery arrows, 10 gift cards for some Annihilator broadheads, 4 elk calling kits from Phelps Game Calls. We've got 2 Argali tent stove combos. We've got 5 Hamskea Epsilon arrow rests. All you got to do to get entered is jump on fulldrawfilmtour.com, buy some of our new merch, old merch, whatever you want. Every dollar you spend is good for 1 entry. If you spend over $50, you get twice the entries. Over $100 gives you 3 times the entries. Jump on, grab some of this merch. Here's a teaser of some of the new stuff. All right, guys, get entered and enjoy the show.
Some rise, some fall, some devil runs through us all. Some stable, some rich, just chemicals in my brain. I keep pushing but there's no relief. I keep trying but I cannot sleep. I'm a man possessed, I'm a man obsessed, and I cannot stop, gonna keep on going till there's nothing left.
Opening morning, we got bulls bugling, a couple 100 yards off.
That ball sounds gnarly. This is as good as it gets for an opportunity.
I keep pushing but there's no relief. I keep trying but I cannot sleep. I will never rest.
Practice how you're gonna fight.
Find out?
Kill it.
That should have happened. That was my dad.
I'm a man possessed. 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 I'm a man possessed.
The boys and I are going on an elk hunt. I am absolutely jacked. We just drove in today. On the way in, we saw some golden eagles terrorizing some prairie dogs, a great big bald eagle.
So cool.
And hearing CJ's excitement it was just awesome. Saw some elk. Then we set up camp, ate some dinner, and right now the boys they're already sleeping in the tent. Not gonna lie, We are all super excited for what tomorrow brings, and one thing's for sure, we're gonna have a blast. Nothing I love more than hunting with my boys. Hot chocolate?
This, please.
Yes, sir.
I feel like they're just gonna be up in those rocks. Ooh, this hot chocolate's not too bad. Oh, this little baby calf.
Is there?
Yeah, look. I have it on film right now. See that little baby calf following the mama?
Yep. Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
What did we see this morning?
Giant bull elk.
Yeah?
Holy smokes, that is a big bull.
How far away?
I don't know.
Quite a ways, or it's pretty close?
Quite a ways, I'd say.
I guess.
Not too bad.
It's not too bad. We saw 4 bulls, 2 spikes, smaller 6, and a pretty good bull, a bunch of cows, and we heard all kind of bugling all over. So that was really neat hearing the bugling, huh?
Yeah, it's so cool.
Yeah, it's so cool. So anywho, we are gonna get our food sorted out, get camp and everything packed up, and then we're all gonna walk in there and find elk.
Kill elk.
And we are headed in there to see if we can't be close enough to get one shot tonight. Got my 2 boys with me. We're just having a good time. Sure. Well, the boys and I saw some good elk this morning, and we came over here, and we are trying to relocate these elk, and I know they got to be here somewhere, and I just actually came across all their tracks. So the boys are back there, they're taking a little bit of a break, and I'm coming off on the point of this to see if I can't locate these elk. I just located the elk, kind of the whole herd. I'm gonna see if I can get a little bit closer. Oh, that great big bull is right below me, probably 120 yards or so, and he's in a wallow. That is nuts. Just as I was getting a little bit closer, some other hunters came up the bottom and blew the whole herd out from in front of me. So, guess that's how it goes. Go back to the boys and we'll make a new plan. What's up, boys?
Did you find the elk?
I did. Found them, but some other hunters came up from the bottom and scared them all out of the way. So I think what we'll do now is we're just gonna go up over this little hill right here and go see if we can't either set up camp or find more elk or something like that. How's that sound?
Good.
All right, let's do it. Well, hopefully we can get up here, boys, and we can find some elk or something. Hey, Ken, you want this hat? You're gonna get a little sunburn. Here. Hey, did you guys just hear an elk?
Yeah.
Did it sound like it was kind of on the other side of that ridge line over there, maybe?
Yeah.
That was crazy. I don't know. Let's see if we can get up there. Hey, there's an elk. There's an elk.
Is he looking at us?
No, he's not.
Don't look at him.
You guys want to get closer?
Yeah, I want to get a shot at it.
That bull's right there. As soon as he goes behind the hillside, we're going to cut the distance, okay? All right, let's go. Come on. There he is.
That's spooked up. Trees. See water. Trees. That's because Dad's spooked.
I just shot my biggest bull to date. Missed my first shot. Got him on the second shot. It's a little far back, but it's quartering into those vitals. He bedded down already. And all the other elk have left, but they're still bugling and all sorts of stuff. Holy smokes. I can't believe that just happened.
Let's go see what happened.
What's up, boys?
What
What do you mean?
what happened? How'd the elk run off? Did they see you?
Did you hit one?
Guess who I got?
Tank. So he's just slowly dying. Cause I saw. Wait, no, did he drop?
He
Dead?
laid down over there.
Cause I kept looking around out there. I was like, I can't see Tank. All I see is Frank. I can't wait to see him.
What do you guys think?
I can't wait to
This
see
is
him
gonna
either.
be so cool.
Okay, so I say we go set up camp. We'll eat, drink some water, and then we'll go down there and we'll get him. Sound good?
Yeah. My dad's walking up to his elk.
Holy smokes.
Camden, look how big it is compared to my hand.
What do you think, Camden? Does yours fit around it?
No. It doesn't.
And that's way up here. Mine won't even fit all the way around right here. That's the end of the antler.
Do you imagine how
Holy
big
smokes!
Do you imagine how big his tongue is?
Yeah. His tongue's huge. Huge.
Well, should we get some photos?
Yeah.
What do we do, guys?
Shot an elk.
Which elk?
Tank.
Tank. What do you think, Camden?
Cool.
Man, we are almost back to the camp. What do you think, boys?
Huge.
What do you think, Camden?
Walk.
A long walk. You're doing such a good job. Look at you. All right, buddy, that's good. Good job.
All right.
Well, just on the pack out. Got my two boys with me. It's been an awesome last day and a half. Some may watch this and see a big bull, and that's fine. But for me, the hunt was made in the moments. The moment we watched Tank chase elk and saw their faces light up. The moment they put their hands on him. The moment we chased a frog through the marsh, packs loaded and antlers bouncing. Moments like these made a hunt I'll never forget, and I hope they don't either. As for the bull, he was the cherry on top.
We're out of breath, hustling.
This is not a nice place.
some shooters. So we're just gonna wait, kind of see what they do. Hopefully they'll bed in a spot that's conducive for a stalk. But now it's just a waiting game. It's 11:40. Those 5 bucks over there are bedded. They've gotten up a few times, moved around and bedded back down again. So I think this is their all-day bed. And I've been waiting literally for years for bucks to bed underneath those rim rocks. So I'm not gonna pass them up on opening day, that's for sure. I shot a buck in there 7 or 8 years ago, so I know the drill. I just got to get over there and pick out the right piece of rim rock.
You think he's gonna kill him?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hopefully I'm dying for some sausages.
Well, that hail sure seemed to botch things up. I had bucks multiple times that were, multiple groups I should say, that I was stalking, and the last group, man, that hail just started pounding and I ducked for cover, and when I popped my head back up, when it let up a little bit, those deer were gone. But now they're all back there in the basin again, so they didn't spook from me, which is good. But the opportunity evaporated and I got pretty wet and cold as a result. Got a nice 3x5, nice big frame buck that's bedded right underneath some rim rock in a perfect spot for a stalk. And he had a bunch of other deer around him earlier, but they've all moved down the hill, and then the ones above him have moved further out the basin, so he's by himself. I mean, this is as good as it gets for an opportunity. I thought I had it good yesterday, but this is even better today. So hopefully this will come together.
Snack sticks are depending on this.
Man, this was one of the best opportunities I've had in that basin in the last several years. And I knew he was really close, like probably directly underneath me, but I was trying not to expose myself as I was looking out over the rim rock to try and locate him. And I kept, looking, and then I'd move a little bit, look again, move a little bit, look again, move a little bit. And I'd, watch both my left and my right, and I knew he had to have been further to my right. What I remember was that I turned my head at the sound of him bolting, but really what happened was I turned my head and I saw him and his head down, and when I saw him, I pivoted my feet, and at the sound of me pivoting my feet, even though I was wearing socks and I was standing in grass, it was enough noise at, 12 to 15 feet away that he spun and he looked up, saw me, and then bolted. And I pivoted so I could get a shot, and I just held my bow ready to draw just in case he stopped. And sure enough, he got out to, I'd say he's right at or just under 30 yards, and he stopped broadside to me, and I just drew back quickly, aimed, and I cut the shot. And I remember thinking, as soon as my arrow was launched, he had dropped and was moving. And what I thought was that I'd hit him low enough that I got inside the body cavity, and I figured that because of the angle, me being slightly higher, that I would have, it would have gotten even better as that with the downhill angle. He probably did, in total, that what I watched of him, between probably close to a third of a mile loop. And when I watched him come across the football field, I got a much better view of him, and I could sit down and really watch him with my binoculars. And I definitely didn't get internal body cavity. I got the back strap only. I'm sure we'll see that buck running around here later in the week in that basin. He'll just be a lot smarter and a lot harder to sneak on. But man, what a disappointment. It was so close to coming together, and it was such a incredible opportunity.
Under the tarp. I'm glad my name isn't Kendall or Justin right now.
So day 8, and we're finally able to hunt the basin closest to camp. We've had a whole bunch of other hunting pressure that's been in this basin, so we gave it a couple of days after the last group left, and there's finally some deer back in here. They bedded down low in the basin in the timber line there, which makes it a little bit tougher. I think there's like 9 or 10 deer on this compact area of the hillside, and I can only see where 2 of them are right now. Not a real high probability of being able to get in there without blowing something else out, but we don't have a whole lot of options. We only have a few days left, so I'm going to go ahead and give it a whirl here and see if I can't get in tight on them. What we would need to those other deer to go down below him, or at least to the same level.
How'd you sleep last night?
Good.
Good?
Yeah, pretty good.
What'd you eat for breakfast?
Banana and cream.
Banana and cream. No more...
Oatmeal.
Oh, okay. Done with the apple cinnamon?
Yeah, I ate it all.
We are running low, aren't we?
A little bit.
Been out here a while.
Yeah, I still love it up here though. I mean, it's so much
You don't
fun.
want to go back?
No.
Well, they made it the best that they could, Sophia.
No way. Hey!
You have whatever you want.
Which one? These?
Well, I got lucky and got a bull on the 4th day of my elk hunt. So that leaves me 8 days to get things done up here in the mountains on mule deer. I packed the bull out with the help of some couple of buddies and their horses yesterday, or the camp, and then dried everything out, and I regrouped and then packed for ultralight to come back in here and hit my mule deer spot again. I'd rather not leave it unfilled there. I'm up here by myself this time. My daughter's back getting educated, and got my camp all set up, and everything's stowed away. It's starting to rain here. We're actually going to try and glass this evening. There was some horse tracks going up above camp that came after the snow. So there's been somebody else in here either today or yesterday. I'm not sure which one. So I've been up on the glassing point since first light. It's about 10 after 5 in the afternoon now. I was able to turn up 11 bucks in the basin, so it doesn't look like the muzzleloader hunters made it in here. 7 of them dropped down into the jack pines, kind of out of play. 4 of them stayed high on the ridge, but bedded below a rock slide. So I really didn't have any play there, and I was kind of just waiting up here all day, hoping those 4 bucks would move into a position that would give me an opportunity, but that didn't happen. I just saw one of the bucks come out of the jack pines, so that was about 4:45. So tomorrow, if they do the same thing, I might go down and drop into those jack pines and just kind of really slowly still hunt in there and hope to turn something up that will cooperate there. So I just had a buck bed down in a great spot under some rim rock. It's pretty early. I think it's around 8:30. So it's probably just a morning bed, but I'm hoping that it's an extended stay morning bed, because this is a great position for me for a stalk. So I'm going to go ahead and give it a whirl. Man, I could just about cry.
I got busted drawing. Sat on top of him for an hour and 15 minutes. So I walked right out to the edge and craned my neck over as far as I could. That rock is undercut, so he's bedded underneath the rock right above me, and right below me. And I saw one antler tine, just a tip. And I was like, "Oh man, this is awesome." And when about 10 or 15 minutes later, he finally got up and he fed out, and I could just see his antlers. And then he turned and started going away. And when I started drawing, he picked me up, and I'm pretty disheartened. I got 5 days left, and that was as good of an opportunity as one could ask for right there. And I hope it's not too much to ask for another one there, but hopefully. Dang it. That didn't quite work out as I'd hoped. As soon as he came out from underneath that rim rock, he turned his head and spotted me. And then I guessed the yardage and shot high, shot over him. Tell you what, man, what does a person have to do to notch a tag around here? It's killing me. I am all the way out at the end of the ridge, about as far from camp as I can get. And I just got into all the big bucks, man. There's four nice 4-pointers out down here, all deep forks. One of them's got a little bit crabby in the front, but just, you know, really big frames. Very low chance of success here, super open, but 20 minutes ago I had him below a knoll. So I'm gonna try and get out on the edge of that knoll, and hopefully I can get an opportunity. Holy cow, I just killed a giant, an absolute giant. This thing it was the biggest of the bucks, 37-yard downhill shot, and I hit left of where I was aiming, caught him in the jugular, but he's going down right now. Holy moly. I thought I missed him because my arrow went a bit to the left. I don't know if it got some wind drift. I have been shooting a little bit to the left this week, but he's on his way down, and I am screwed. I am so far from camp right now. And my knife is in my backpack way out there. I don't know what I'm going to do. This is going to be an all-nighter here. Holy moly, I can't believe this. And I've got my work cut out for me here. Wow. Look at this. Double eye guards on this side, split up here, extra point here, extra point there. Man, what do they say about perseverance? Something about it paying off. This is 17 days on the mountain for me. 18 days, maybe 19 by the time I get them out of here. This is going to be a nightmare. I am so far from camp right now, and it's 5:15. Luckily, I remembered my headlamp. I just have my little Bane pack with just the essentials. One of the essentials, like an idiot, not being my pocket knife. So, yeah, got my work cut out for me tonight. I am so happy. I am beyond happy. Wow, what a dream. What a dream.
Maybe killed a deer sooner than the last day. Stocky did last time. I was like, grab some rocks and start throwing it, or maybe like hit a dinky one, make them stand up, make the rest stand up, and having a bottom of the tent. I've been throwing out spiders and grasshoppers from our tent.
Wait, have you been filming this entire time?
Hiking in here. It's been sunny, rainy, sunny, back and forth, but we're on pretty good weather. We are about almost 12,000 feet right now, up over the top, and then we're dropping in about 1,400 feet, so we'll be 11 miles back from the trail, from the truck, from the trailhead when we get there, so should be a good spot. Looking forward to it. So we see a group of elk, I don't know, maybe a dozen or so, coming down through the burn timber on the other side. There's a few in the bottom of the creek already getting a drink. A couple little bulls. I don't see any big bulls. Don't really want to spook them, but the place I want to get to is another mile or more where I really want to set up camp. Tomorrow's opening day, so I think we're gonna sneak down through here. If we bust them, we bust them. I think the elk, where I found the most elk last time was about 2 miles up from here, so that's where the big bulls were hanging out, so that's where we're gonna head to. Let's do it. Opening morning, we got bulls bugling a couple 100 yards off. Been cows around us all night and bugles occasionally, so should be a good morning. Looking forward to it. All right, we got a bull bugling right over here. I don't know, maybe 400 or 500 yards. A little bit of dark timber in this ravine, but I know there's a bunch of cows there too. We're not gonna go right after them. We're gonna stay on this side, stay a bit high, see if we can spot, see how big a bull he is. And I'm sure there's more bulls where it opens up a little further up. So this morning we're just gonna try and spot. Just try to spot a big one, and rather than try and move in right away on that one that's bugling right now. So let's do it. Keep sounding off every 5 minutes or so on the dark timber side. It's like 8:30, so he's probably working up to bed somewhere. Gonna try and get eyes on him here. Maybe put a stalk on him. He's a shooter bull, he's big. I'm gonna try and put my moccasins on here and sneak on him. I think it's just too quiet to get up there with boots on. Pretty good look at his antlers. He's a pretty good bull. I had a broadside shot, but there's some brush in the way, so I moved around behind. Had a steep quartering away opportunity at 49 yards. Decided not to take it. A little worried I just get one along at that really steep angle, but also it wasn't. I think he was about 300-inch bull. I mean, really good bull, but there are bigger ones around, so yeah, I thought he walked through the opening for an open broadside shot, but he didn't. He kept just moving off. He's with a couple other little bulls. We've followed him up, I guess, 0.4 miles so far. Still my moccasins, feet are getting a little sore on the rocks, so, and he's a ways up there now, so we're gonna go back, grab the packs, move in, see if we can still hear him bugling. Cloud cover's been good, so maybe they'll keep talking for a while. morning of day 2. It's about half hour before first light or so. We've got a bull bugling. We've been hearing him from camp for a while here. I think he's a little one. We're gonna head about a mile up the drainage here to where we know some big ones were hanging out yesterday. So here we go. We passed by some small bulls on the way here. I think there's 4 of them. Got little bulls on the hillside. We won't buy those. We're going up to where we left a bunch of cows last night. Some bulls are bugling. Looking up there, we see a few big elk. Too far to tell what they are, but we're gonna head up there. That's right where we left the cows last night. So hopefully get into a big bull this morning. Had a little bull come through. Came by 35 yards, so not quite what I'm looking for yet on day 2, but fun to have him come by anyway. Got a bull, just bugled and started coming down across the other side of the valley here. Really steep burn area, pretty open. Trying to get a better look at his antlers right now. He's a 6-point, pretty decent bull, I think. But I want to get a better look at him before I try and make a move on him here. So he's in a clump of brush right now, just waiting for him to move. Well, this is the morning of day 3. We came up the valley to where we had left a couple bulls last night, and we saw some elk across an open burn area. There's one good bull over there, bunch of cows. But then we heard a bull bugle on this side in the dark timber. Thought he'd be easier to go after, so we climbed up, I don't know, maybe 800 feet in elevation, got at their level, started coming in on them. But the cows had turned and decided to go back, so we ended up walking right into the cows. Saw them before they saw us, but we had cows from 20 to 60 yards, a bunch of them. And then when they went back behind us, they winded us, ran off. We had heard the bull bugling on the other side of him, but never saw him. So we're gonna let that cool down for a minute, maybe glass across, see what the other bull's doing, and then maybe keep moving this way to where that bull was on this side. But didn't quite work out that great this morning. Got 2 bulls bugling. It's about 3 o'clock maybe in the afternoon. We've been hanging out kind of near where we bedded some this morning, waiting for them to get up. So we're 2 bugles 2 times now. We're gonna move over a little closer, see if we can get some eyes on them. and we were following. It sounded like a big bull bugling way up on top, way up above him. I think he was bedded right here where I'm standing, actually, bugling above him. We climbed all the way to the top, 1,500 foot, maybe a little more than that, up. He was screaming at us. We were in the creek bottom, sneaking up, but I know we were pretty close. But I think he turned and went with the cows. We came up over the top where he was bugling from, and he was gone. Here's his bed. So, big climb up. We probably got to drop a couple thousand feet now because we're camped in the bottom. So, but we're gonna hear the bull bugling down towards the bottom, so we'll head down there and hunt our way back to camp. If these cows weren't here, I'd be going under now. Down. We're about, I'm gonna say 11.5 miles from the trailhead, maybe 12. Got a deboned, quartered, bagged up, caped off the skull, ready to start the work, start packing this thing out. Gotta catch a couple of trout here quick on the homemade rod.
I will survive. Find a lifeline. I will survive.
There are so many raspberries right now. We got to stop the pack out and load up with some sugar here. They're everywhere.
Around here, find your peak isn't a catchphrase. It's the focus that fuels the adventure. No shortcuts, no off-season. Nothing holding you back. Vortex Nation is both a mindset and a lifestyle. A community of individuals called to breathe the rarefied air of those who understand that your limits are the only limits of the hunting, shooting, and outdoors experience.
He's down right here.
That's the craziest thing that's ever happened.
The stories are never going to end, but that is the best part of the story.
In 2025, Phelps Game Calls continues to push the limits of elk calling.
All right, well, this is just kind of like practice how you're gonna fight. That's what we used to say in my old career. And you get as close to it as you can. And this is as close as we could get. We're at my pond and tucked in a little bit in the woods, but we got a barrel that's one of our trash cans, and we got bear target, and we're 8-9 feet off the ground, which is what we're going to be in Canada. So we make it as close to it as we can. I even kind of visualize a little bit, so we'll see.
Everything but the 150 beats per minute. Your heart.
Yeah.
This story goes all the way back to the spring of 1969. This is when my dad took a giant black bear in northern Ontario with his Shakespeare recurve. I wasn't even born yet, and as a youngster hearing the stories of this bear, the draw was beginning to burn inside of me. Until 2004, when I finally took my first bear with a bow. My dad had passed a few years earlier, so I felt somewhat unfulfilled that I didn't get to share the memories with him. A decade later, I found myself chasing the black ghost of the forest with my bow once again. And this was once and sometimes twice a year. And then my son Antonio would join me in chasing his first black bear. He's named after my dad, and when he took his first black bear, he was wearing my dad's hunting boots. Nostalgia and heritage are woven into the lifestyle of my family. We were on our way home from this hunt when he would bring up Papa's bow that had not been shot in almost 40 years. Now the wheels are really turning. The trad world was all new to me, and would that old bow be able to take a string once again? A trip to Three Rivers Archery to give me the news, and the quest for a trad bear was now born. We got in one unsuccessful trip before the borders would close for the next 4 years. And it was during that time that I absolutely fell in love with traditional archery.
We're very emotional right now because yesterday we said goodbye to George Goodchild. And, George fought a strong battle for 8 years, and it took him. So this one's for you, Dad, and this one's for you, George. We're gonna do our best to get some bears on the ground for you guys. We appreciate you teaching us how to enjoy and respect God's creation, and we're passing it along to our next generation, to our kids, to your grandkids, and we want to keep that tradition going.
One month. We'll be in a stand in 1 month.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Still shooting good, huh?
So fun to be back in Canada because, wow, it's been a few years. There were times, I'm not gonna lie, that I thought it wasn't gonna happen, but thankfully the borders are open now. I'm trying to finish the story. It's a great one because it's that heritage of hunting, that legacy that we pass on.
Oh gosh. We've only been here for 2 hours. We're already unloaded, unpacked, and we're setting stands and checking baits. I love it. That's here, boys. And girl, camp is officially in session. So good. First year up here, me and Chuck were virgins that year, and we get our one guy who kills this bear that was. There's a hog. This guy comes back in tonight. Lord, please help that bear go down. You gotta pass through. I hit him back far, but I was angling up at him. He was quartering. You gotta at least. Thank you, Lord. That is a giant bear. That is a big bear. Oh, thank you, Lord.
Your dad's playing at you right now.
Thank you, Lord. That was for you, Dad. Your namesake is here with me filming.
The bow. The bow's gonna get retired. That was the last shot. That was the last shot of this bow. And the last time it shot at a bear, it killed a bear here in Ontario. And it was my dad, who's been gone for a lot of years. Until never met him. it's done. Look at that. Man, he's spitting blood out.
Oh, thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Anton, this was always meant to be with you, bud, and it was always meant to happen in Canada. Oh, Lord, have mercy. Thank you.
Thank you, too. No freaking way.
You're early, dude.
You're early, too.
You're early, dude. Do you see that lighted knock? Do you see that bear right there?
No way!
We doubled, bro. Listen, we were covered up in bears tonight, boys. We pushed the bear off the bait when we got there. All right, this is it, boys. I am de-stringing for the last time. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Dad.
Well, a lot of broadheads have been getting better and better. This one just did exceptionally well. But even if you remove the 6 points of extra bonus, it still got the highest score of any fixed blade head that I've tested by far.
I'm shooting Annihilator broadheads.
You know, moose being literally a once-in-a-lifetime tag, you never get to do it again. I didn't want to just shoot the first thing I saw.
This big bull that we had the encounter with,
He was a nice bull that we wanted to get on. This was it. This was the one. This was the chance. He knew something was up, and he was gone. My name is Stacy Greathouse. I am a mom of 4. married to Sean Greathouse, and I am the office manager at Hamskea Archery Solutions. Archery has become just a way of life for us. When Sean and I were still dating, he bought me my first bow, so he introduced me to archery.
I gave up an antelope hunt to go on a date with her the first time I met her. That's not normal for me to give up bow hunting. I knew that this was potentially my future bride. Therefore, it was very important for me to get her involved in, something that I enjoyed, knowing that we could do this together and then someday as a family.
So it's just kind of become ingrained in our family.
What are we gonna do?
We're gonna go shoot the team shoot. As soon as our two oldest girls were old enough to have bows in their hands, he had them out shoot. And our weekends were spent at local tournaments, at jamborees at the area, camping at bow hunters weekends. As they've gotten older, he and I get out a little bit more to hunt together. I do that to be with him. I don't think I would hunt if I was just on my own. I love and respect women that want to do that. I am one that wants to do it with my husband. Such a passion for him, he was able to turn it into a business in his career, starting Hamskea Archery with his business partner, 15 years ago now. So it's just kind of core to our family at this point. Rifle hunting is not my thing. Like, I didn't have the desire to go again or do it again, or if I can't do it with a bow, I'd rather just not do it. I think a big part of archery in general and hunting is as much mental as it is physical, to overcome and accomplish and get to and do all the things that you have to do to archery hunt. That's part of what makes it fun, because you get to get in closer to the animals and more in the environment. Sounds terrible to say, but with a rifle, the animal can be a ridge away, like so far away you can barely see them. And to me, there's not as much sport in that as when you have to get into the animal's environment. You have to get on their level, on their terms, and you got to get up close and personal. He's doing it because he knows we're here and he wants us to go away. And you got to figure out how to maneuver and navigate and get through the wilderness environment to get an opportunity at an animal. You get something different out of it when you can see an animal at 30 yards versus 300 yards. You don't get those experiences anywhere else but archery hunting. Yeah, I wasn't sure I was going to be able to do it, down to would I be able to fire an arrow at an animal. Like, that's not something you take lightly. Several days into the hunt, there was this one area with willows. Beautiful, kind of a magical place, the way you walk through the willows and the mountains on either side of you. And so that's where I want to hunt. Sean went back and forth between raking and grunting, and we could hear him coming in. Didn't know how big, didn't know what was coming in.
We kept calling and he's coming in, and I just started kind of seeing little bits and pieces of paddles kind of through the willows.
I see him.
And Stacy's like, "Is he a good one?" And I'm like, "Yeah."
Holy crap. Okay, but I should wait. Am I good to go? Holy crap. Holy crap. My whole body is shaking. Holy crap.
always a surreal moment walking up to an animal. There's, of course, relief that I've made a good shot and the animal has gone down and relatively quickly.
Look at that shot.
Just give me a minute. There's always a moment of reverence is the only word I can think of knowing you took a life. There's a moment of relief. It takes me the longest to get to that moment of accomplishment, that moment of, I just did this. And then there's always probably a moment of sadness, a sadness for killing an animal. It's done, right? And this tag in particular, it's done and you never get to do it again. That's rough. It's done and it's over. And now, you know, there's the work that begins after you kill an animal. Better soak up all of the last of this, right?
You are
Right there.
right
Blue
here.
dot.
You're
Holy cow.
maybe 50 yards from where Taylor killed her bull. No. Taylor, what just happened?
I just shot a bull. He's down.
I have those memories of being in that magical area, and for her to sort of recognize that this is a magical area, I was excited actually to go back. In this environment that's got all the vibrant colors, the mystical fog, God painted this scene that's burned into our memory.
So what does hunting mean to you?
What does hunting mean to me? You have that moment of, I don't know if I want to hunt because I don't know if I can actually shoot the arrow at an animal. And I think that's a great place to be. I think all of us should have that respect for life. What you experience even just going and what you get out of it is far more than a harvested animal and meat in the freezer. The sense of accomplishment, the pushing yourself past limits, and it's really difficult to put into words because you have to experience it. I think every hunt I've been on, when I get done, you realize you're far capable of more than you thought. But you don't know if you don't try it. I think I would encourage people, men and women, to just try it. To just experience it, because what you get from the journey, I can't think of any other environment or event or activity you could create that you would get what you get from a hunting experience.
So I can't believe this, but this big buck that I've been watching, this big giant bodied deer that I got to 48 yards on yesterday, and he just caught me when I was knocking an arrow. Like I almost shot him yesterday. He's back this morning, and I can see him right now. I honestly can't believe it.
got a really good buck bedded over here in some brush, and there's really only one option we see for getting in on him.
I was introduced to archery elk hunting just a few years ago, and since day one I've been hooked. Little did I know how much of an obsession this would lead to for more than just me. I love to call elk in the rut, but watching Rosa have success calling has been even more fun.
I started learning to bugle last year, about a month before elk season. Learning how to call elk has been an experience I'll never forget. We plan all year for a few weeks in September to chase elk, and this year was the most incredible experience. The two of us are a team, and my goal from the start was to call in a bull for Chris for his first successful elk harvest with a bow.
Like in years prior, missed opportunities were starting to haunt me.
So we're gonna start making our way down there. Hopefully we can find him.
Crystal ball. Perfect shot. God, thing is a stud.
Oh, you know how long I've waited for this. Finally put it together. Oh my goodness. Stuck him absolutely perfect. Yeah, he's missing a point right here, so he's a 5-by. We might need to roll him over. Try to get him down here. Yes. You freaking did it. You called this bugger in right into my lap. Doesn't get any better than that.
Don't knock yourself out.
Huh?
Don't knock yourself out.
Yeah, no kidding. Then you have to back this guy up by yourself.
I know.
Alright guys, what an awesome day. We decided to come into an area that we hadn't got a bull going yet, but it looked too good to not bugle it. Got one going down here. Rosa just did an amazing job behind the bugle tube, and she just got after this guy. He kind of shut up and took his cows and ran him off a little bit. but we dropped in on him a little further, put some pressure on him. He came right into 20 yards. I was fortunate enough to make a decent frontal shot on him, and he went maybe 70 yards and piled up. We heard him just crash. Just a fantastic day. Couldn't ask for more. Rosa was fantastic. Colin, she would just cut him off every time he bugled. It was just incredible to watch. Pretty fortunate we're down this cool draw. It's super hot today. We're gonna get this guy worked up and get him out of here and head home. Here, if I can even get this arrow out. Oh, it broke off. Well, taking a front shoulder and a hinder. I look like that bull when you came in.
Yeah, you do. Comes Chris with his third load. Last load out of the hole.
This is the part I like the most.
I've been an avid bow hunter for as long as I can remember. But 18 months ago, things would change. I lost the use of my right arm due to a rare football injury, thus losing my ability to bow hunt, or so I thought. Before my injury, I lived a very active lifestyle, including basketball, working out, and of course, bow hunting. But in a blink of an eye, all these things were gone. It was my senior season of football, my first time playing since middle school. Things were going great. I was getting better and better every game. The fifth game was no different. I was making plays all over the field. But with a few minutes left in the fourth quarter, things would drastically change. It was a run play, and I was in at free safety. I made a quick read and came flying in at full speed. Upon contact, my vision went blurry, and I collapsed. I spent the next few days being wheeled around in a hospital bed in an attempt to find out what had happened. I eventually found out that I had severe nerve damage in my shoulder and was told all I could do was sit back and wait. I spent the first couple weeks lying around the house. I couldn't even get out of bed by myself due to the excruciating pain. I felt lost. All the things I love to do were taken away. But all this lying around wasn't going to get me where I wanted to be. I had to find a way back.
Alright, well, this is, I guess we call it prototype 1, the mouthpiece. Finally got that sewed on. Mom broke out the sewing machine. We were able to get that together. We got my old kid bow. Just started at a lower poundage and worked my way up. And so here we go. This is the first arrow I'm flying through here. Let's see how it goes. Feels good. We're gonna work up and wait, and we're gonna kill us hopefully a muley and a pronghorn.
Over the next couple weeks, I worked my way up in poundage, becoming more and more comfortable shooting with the mouth tab. But I knew it was going to take more than shooting a bow to tackle the American West.
Ooh, good stuff.
How many members are holding my power? I ain't talking no fire. Well, she loves diamonds and new Cadillacs and the finest Cabernet wine. Well, it takes a lot to rock you, baby, and that's just fine by me. There's one thing I know about your kind of love.
Out here with Hunter Shikatano. It's gonna be me and him battling the American West for a month straight. Intense. That'll be a good time. You know, my mouth tab kept breaking on me, so we were unfortunately not able to get one made up today. But so we did a little temporary action. I kind of just fold those together and bite down on that. Like that. I mean, we're shooting alright with it. Obviously it's going to be a little inconsistent, but overall hasn't been bad.
Well, the journey begins. We are heading out west.
I've got a whole new direction, it's where the wind blows. And where I'm going, oh the hell if I know. I don't know. I don't know. Well, I'm on the run, don't know what I'm running for. I can't settle down, I'm always 1 foot out the door, out the door.
It's finally that time. It is pronghorn season here in Wyoming. We're getting out here for the archery opener. We got a few stragglers on the side of the road right there. They're up and ready, up and at 'em like us. Finally get to put boots on the ground here in Wyoming. You know, we've been planning this trip for months and months, and it's just finally coming to fruition, and I am pumped up. ready to get after it. Let's go.
Dude, she was 18 yards. She was less than 20 yards. Oh my god. I was like, damn, she gonna keep walking. Oh my god. Sweet.
That early encounter was the first time I'd been in bow range of an animal since my injury. Having the ability to draw back on an animal again brought back all those feelings of adrenaline and joy. For the first time in a long time, I felt whole. Over the next couple weeks, we had many encounters. Unfortunately, they were just out of range, leaving us no other choice but to return to the drawing board. We landed on the idea of a ground blind and placed one near a watering hole. Now, it was a battle of patience between me and the pronghorn.
Yeah, dude, you smoked them. Let's go. Come on. Come on, go down. Go down. Go down. Come on. Damn, he is moving. He's gonna die right there. Go down, slow down. Oh my god, dude, he's moving like crazy. What the hell? Go down. Go down. You can see it bleeding. Oh my god, dude. It was a touch far back. It was bad. Better back down.
After a couple hours, the pronghorn moved out of sight. I figured it was now or never to attempt to stalk. I got to about 100 yards before I was in sight of the pronghorn. Any further would have risked jumping him up. All I could do now was sit back and watch. When nightfall was upon us, we left the property to regroup.
I know he's gonna die. It's just gonna be a waiting game. We're gonna go back like 1 a.m.
We arrived back at the property around midnight and searched for the next few hours. Things weren't looking good, as my pronghorn was nowhere to be found, but we figured we would give it a rest until the sun came to rise. It was a long couple hours kicked back in those truck seats, thinking about where my pronghorn could be. But with light cresting the horizon, our luck was about to change. As I sit back holding this incredible creature, I had a chance to reflect upon the journey that got me here. 3 weeks tent camping on the plains, months of training, and a lifetime of hunting have all led to this moment. And I couldn't be more grateful. A year and a half ago, I was laid up in a hospital bed, wondering if I'd ever bow hunt again. Today, I'm in the American West, sitting beside a truly resilient creature. The path getting here may have been unconventional, but I wouldn't want it any other way. All I can say is it feels damn good to be back to bow hunting.
Foot pain or uncomfortable boots can ruin your hunt. Flimsy foam insoles collapse under pressure, but sheep feet are built like the frame of your hunting pack, rigid, supportive, and weight distributed. Just as a pack frame carries the load to support your body, Sheep Feet's custom foot frames keep your foot supported, distribute weight, cutting down on fatigue, and make your boots super comfortable, allowing you to hike farther and hunt harder. No more squishy, flimsy insoles, just pro-grade support with premium cushioning for all-day comfort. Plus, they're made to your feet, not just one boot, allowing you to swap them between hunting boots, work boots, or everyday shoes. Your body only gets so many hunts. Don't let foot pain or discomfort steal another one. Sheep Feet are handmade in the USA, last 7 years, and are HSA and FSA card approved. Your feet carry you. It's time to carry them. Get Sheep Feet today.
In 2021, I set out on my lifelong dream to harvest a desert sheep with my bow. After 7 days, I finally got my chance, and I blew it. I didn't give my arrow enough clearance, causing my broadhead to open up on a bush and hit the ram in the shoulder. I did what any bow hunter dreads doing. I pope and gunned him, finished the ram with a rifle. I was ecstatic to get my ram, but I was not giving up on my archery desert sheep dream. I was going back for redemption.
Not many places that your taxi to the hunting spot is a boat. Going around an island to go hunt sheep in. It's pretty cool.
Things don't always work out how we envision them to. The hardest thing to do when you fail at something is to try again. With each failure along the journey comes doubt. But these obstacles put into perspective that life isn't always going to go your way. Redemption doesn't come easy, and second chances often take time to work out. Bow hunting sheep in my eyes is the ultimate challenge. From the places they live to the determination it takes to get within bow range. Regardless of the outcome, hunting sheep is a privilege. Being able to pursue these animals is an adventure I never imagined I'd be able to experience. No matter what it took, I knew I had to come back to accomplish my goal I embarked upon 2 years ago.
Across the canyon over here a little bit. We're gonna go, at least it's good enough for a bow stock, so we're gonna go give it a shot. I just got caught sitting in a bad spot where I could not clear my bow out of this rock sitting. I couldn't stand. I felt really good when I released the arrow, and then my cam hit the rock and just shot my bow out of my hand, and the arrow went flying. But I mean, that should have happened. That was my bad.
Messing up twice on a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity now had me realizing that I had my chance and I would have to accept that I would probably go home empty-handed. I realized I was so focused on the outcome that I was starting to lose sight of what brought me here in the first place.
Heading out, beautiful day to be here. We got a target ram that he was seen last night, and he is a ram that we really want to kill. Super old, like 12 to 14-year-old kind of ram. Perfect, old sucker. I'm gonna show you how it's done.
Good. Oh my God. Just center punched him at 55. Ram, we've been stalking all morning. Just cat and mouse, cat and mouse, cat and mouse. We never knew we were here. We're cheating the wind the entire time. We get here, he comes right up. The gas press says 53, takes a couple steps, boom! Just pen rolled me, died on camera. I can't believe it. Desert sheep down.
Redemption is a bittersweet story. To redeem yourself, you must have undergone adversity. When it's all said and done, the river of emotions flood your mind, leaving you thankful that things happened the way they did. Failure nurtures growth, and with every chance comes an opportunity to enrich your story. So when God gives you a second chance, redeem it.
Hey, thanks for watching the show. Don't forget to jump online, grab some new merchandise, get entered for the mega sweepstakes. Over $44,000 in gear we're giving away. Catch you later.